This here as we walk you through the next few hours. Again, today it is going to be dry. Areas in this dark blue here, so that includes Blairsville up into Fannin County, northwest Georgia, even Calhoun, and parts of Floyd County. Around midnight to 6 a.m., that's when you'll likely see the onset of snow. The heaviest snow band is going to be over our eastern counties here. It sinks further south into the metro probably before the sunrise, so 3 to 8 a.m. in the morning. Widespread snow bands, and then again, the farther east you travel, the heavier the snow bands are setting up from Gainesville into Athens. That's where we are expecting some of our highest snow totals for tomorrow. And then areas south of I-20 between about 6 a.m. and I think a little bit before noon, you'll likely see the snow moving in. Now, if you're on the southwest side of town, you're not going to see quite as much. Remember, this system is moving over the southeast and eastern parts of the state. So where it's centered, that's where that moisture is, and that's where the snow is going to be setting up. It's going to be something we're going to be talking about. And the second part of this system is the cold air that's coming in. This is the latest update. This is extreme cold warning out for almost it is the entire viewing area here besides Clay County, North Carolina. We are expecting the potential for wind chills Saturday night into Sunday morning to drop to -10 up in the mountains, likely single digits. Is what it's going to feel like here in the metro. We'll take you through what else you can expect and how long we stay below freezing coming up in just a few minutes. Long on Saturday. I want to show you our wind chills. This is tonight. Nothing to worry about really tonight, but as we go into tomorrow morning, that cold air surges in. Temperatures feeling like 10 here in the city, 5 in Blairsville. It doesn't get much better through the afternoon. Actually, these wind chill numbers drop. And by the time we reach tomorrow night, we're talking wind chills in the single digits across the metro. Could likely even start off our Sunday morning feeling like the negative. So brutally cold, the coldest air that we have seen in years. And that's going to be hanging around all weekend long, which is why the National Weather Service has upgraded from an extreme cold watch to an extreme cold warning. That begins Saturday evening, runs us through Sunday evening. That's where the potential of wind chills down to -15 up in the mountains, and then single digit wind chills across the metro and areas down to the south. It's not only just that it's going to be bitterly cold, it's actually that we're going to be well below freezing, and temperatures for your Saturday afternoon, we don't make it above freezing. Only a high of 27. The last time we were this cold was all the way back on December 24th of 2022, and you may remember that. That's when we saw a lot of those pipes bursting right after Christmas because we were so cold for so long. So how many hours are we expecting to be below freezing? From areas north of Atlanta all the way up into Calhoun, Blairsville, about 54 hours total. On the south side, about 48 hours. And it's once those temperatures rise above freezing, that's when we expect more of those pipe issues. So your Friday forecast, wind chills in the single digits. Some locations will see wind chills in the negatives starting tomorrow night. So dangerously cold weather moving in with this system. We do have that winter storm warning out that has been expanded to include our metro counties, and then a winter weather advisory for elsewhere on the west side and south side. Again, the areas that are under that winter storm warning, we are expecting more accumulating snow, while the winter weather advisory, yes, we will have some slippery spots and still about an inch or so of snow in those areas. The bigger issue is going to be behind the system. We're talking about at least 54 hours of temperatures below freezing. So any standing water left in those pipes could freeze. And then as that water begins to thaw out next week, it's put all that pressure on that pipe, it bursts, and that's where we are going to be talking about the issues heading into next week. We'll talk about exactly when we begin that thawing out process coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Ashley, thank you.